All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here, and I am very late to the party. I've been following this match, had some work to get done, put a pause on my work to be able to watch the end of this match, and then stick around a little bit for an instant reaction to hear your thoughts are from this first ODI. India versus West Indies. India, in my opinion, didn't put a high enough score, even though they got to 300 in the first innings. West Indies came out the gate. At one point, they were like 121 for one or some nonsense. Then they started losing some wickets. We're talking about 28 more runs on 13 balls. They just got a boundary. You got Shepherd on strike. You got Hossein, his partner, and full toss. And he just, I don't know, almost like a front edge, if you will. It goes in front of him for a single run, puts Hossein on strike, which is going to put Shepherd back on strike because that's the end of the over. How is everyone doing today? Thank you so much for joining me early on. And if you're watching the recording of this, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Also, get in the comment section and let me know what you're thinking about this match. What are your impressions about? This is a pretty decent match, especially if you're a West Indies fan, you're an India fan. We have fans from both audiences. If you're an Indian fan, there's no way you're still awake now. Maybe you are, because you are, just that big of a fan that you said, forget the sleep. Let's go, says West Indies fan Gabe. And this is crazy, Gabe. We got 2 overs left. 12 balls. They got 282 for 6. They were coasting, and then Siraj, Thakur, and Shahal with a pair of wickets. Krishna had a really economical over, either his last over, the one before that. I've been following this on my phone. If you're a West Indies fan, you're nervous. If you're an Indian fan, you're nervous, for crying out loud. This is going to be crazy. What's up, Renelle? I thought she'd be here. I'm being honest here, Nick. I didn't expect Winnies to bat and survive this long. LOL. They survived very, very well, right? Mares and who was his partner there? They survived for a long time. Oh! Crushes that for a 6. Oh my gosh. That's how you chase. Now he is 21 off 11. Oh my gosh. Romero Shepherd just hit a 6. It was a line drive 6 over. Basically a straight shot there. Krishna being abused in this over. Oh my goodness. Pinto says India for the win. I don't know. I think West Indies, they're lock and loaded. Oh, they're locked and loaded, and here we go. We're going to see how this goes. But Shepherd, in the first ball of Krishna's last over, welcomes him like that? How dare you? 288 for 6. They need 21 runs. 21 runs. What's up, Boomer? He says, hey, Nick, I just came back from work, and looks like we have a match here. Yeah, I didn't think that India was going to pull this out. I didn't think their score was high enough. Dewan came 3 runs short of that century. The supportive batting, a lot of dozens, a lot of Baker dozens right there in the score line there. You got a lot of, we're going to say India's B team, right? But it is what it is. Oh, big swing and a miss. And there's a wicket. He lost his wicket. He says, no way. He wants to review it right away. We're talking about a toss that could have been wide. This is T20, for crying out loud. And Sanju Samson, the wicket keeper, he got that catch, and he was excited right away. He got the call from the umpire, and they took the review right away. Shepherd said, nah. I don't know. From first glance, I don't think he got bad on that, but this is the worst call for me to try to get it accurate. This is nuts. I jump on 6, and then a possible wicket. Oh, that's just barely inside that first line. Yeah, there's no way that hit that bat. Yeah, I don't think that's a wicket. I don't know what the umpire was thinking. Absolutely, Rennell. Horrible umpiring. If you got excited because you thought that was a wicket, not going to happen. Gabe and I just did our Cricket Tuesday reaction. You guys will see it in a few days. And it's along these same exact lines. You can add this one to the compilation there. Jeez Louise. Yeah, change your bad call, Mr. Umpire. Now, what it is, though, for India bowling is it is a dot ball. It is a dot ball. Isn't that funny? We had 7 people join this stream when they thought it was a wicket, and they all left when they realized it wasn't. Don't be a fair weather fan, people. Show up for the match. I might be showing the last few overs, but show up for the match. Okay. It's been not even 6 minutes, Gabe, and you're already calling for that? Oh, my word. Another dot ball on the third ball for Krishna. 21 runs needed on 9 balls? With every ball, it's like, okay, now India's got it. Wait, no. West Indies has got it. Who do you got winning this match? Comment it below and let me know. Boomer, you got to get some sleep, my friend. I was up really late, though. Not going to lie myself last night. Here comes a 4th ball from Krishna. Shepard still on strike. 2 dot balls in a row after his 6. And is that going to get to the boundary? Oh, the fielder's going to be there. A little straight drive and 1 run. So now you got Hossein on strike. You'll take that single if you're an Indian bowler right there. Supposed to get up that 6 in the very first ball. 2 more balls left in the 49th over. They need 20 runs. 20 runs on 8 balls. It can easily be done, ladies and gentlemen. It can easily be done. What's up, Raj? How are you doing? Well done, Windies. Y'all did bat longer than in Guyana. Didn't expect Windies to last that long. Rennell is absolutely shocked. You might get a win here, Rennell. All it's going to take is 3.5 sixes, 5 boundaries in the last 8 balls. It can be done. Oh, my gosh, Krishna. He's got to be under pressure, but with every dot ball or single, he builds more pressure for the West Indy bowlers or batters. Still afternoon here, Nick. I got plenty of time to sleep. Oh, my bad. I thought, okay. I thought you were in a different locale. Nick, did you see England dismantle? No, I didn't. Thank goodness England won a match, right? An ODI match. I did not see that. Good for them. Thank you, Ibrahim, for the comment. Let me know who's going to win it. Here's the 5th ball. And he gets some wood on it, but it's a very slow roller. They're almost to, oh, man, 3rd man-ish. Single. 19 runs on 7 balls. Krishna allowed a 6 on the very first ball of this over, his last over. And then since then, 2 dots and 2 singles. Oh, my goodness. I think he'd want Shepard on strike right now, but he saw 2 dot balls and a single. Hossein only saw. Both these guys have the ability to chase. This is craziness. Here we go. Oh, and he got wood on it, and that's going to be a boundary. Oh, my gosh. On the last ball of that over, he gets a 4. Shepard really stretched out that bat. Man, did he stretch out that bat. That, again, T20, that would have been a wide. He gets the boundary off it. Now all they need is 15 more in the final over. Oh, my goodness gracious. If he would have got a single there, I would have said, okay, India's looking good. Now they just need 15. That's 2 sixes and a 4. That's 4 fours, right? You need boundaries regardless. If the Indian bowlers can get 3 dots off the bat, good night, right? Good night. Where is Pollard when you need him? 6 sixes, please. Didn't he retire? Or maybe that was from a different format. Oh, my goodness gracious. This is so much fun. This is so much pressure. This is so much craziness, so much stress. Do you think – I still think West Indies has this match. I really do. But if you're a West Indies fan, you are freaking out. That last boundary gives you some more hope. The fans have the hope, even though they got the Tribago Knight Rider jerseys. How dare they? And it's Siraj with the final over. Oh! It's a dot ball. Man, he really got like the 7th stump, you're going to call that. The off stump there. Hossein is in there to bat. Oh, this is absolutely crazy. Oh, this is crazy. Look at Boomer. Super over. Do they have super overs in ODI? I guess they do. Here's the second ball for Siraj. First ball. Oh, he's going to turn it around. Takes a horrible shot there. Didn't lose his wicket. He crossed to the offside, the off stump there, and he tried to do I guess a scoop shot. I'm not sure what that was. He switches to the other side. Yeah, he was trying to get a little bit of a scoop there, but it actually hit his foot. It hit his foot. They got a run off of it. 14 more on 4 balls. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yes, that was an excellent ball from Siraj. Rennell, very good point. Hossein knew that was coming. It was a great idea, but horribly executed. Good wide Yorker, yeah. Ayaka. We just started the stream, Mr. Steve. I just jumped. I've been following this. Like, I got to check it out. It's 295 for 6, Tom. 14 runs on 4 balls. Here comes Siraj on the 3rd ball, the over. Oh, a healthy shot right there from Shepard. Is a fielder going to get there? No, it's a boundary. He gets 4. There's a boundary right there from Shepard. Wow, where was the fielder at? Oh, my gosh. And with every ball, it keeps shifting. Oh, it's their game. No, it's their game. This is a crazy end right here. Man, that was a delicious Yorker. It was in between his feet, and Shepard was able to time that perfectly and not really slog it, but slap it over there to 3rd man where nobody was. Hit the boundary. Sky's yelling at Shakir Dhawan. He's like, come on, Shakir Dhawan. We need fielding placement right here. Dhawan's got the extra exaggerated long shades on. Oh, my goodness gracious. 10 off 3. Rennell says it's over. For which side? I still think West Indies has this. Come on, Siraj. Oh, what a beautiful Yorker. Way off to the 5th stump there. Are they going to try to take 2? Yeah, they are. They're going to get there. They're going to get there. Almost a missed field there, trying to ring it in. They did not get the extra run, but they got 2 on that one. 8 on 2. 8 on 2. You need 2 boundaries. You get 1-6. If they get a 6 right here, ultimate pressure. Ultimate pressure for India. You got to have a 6 here. I'm going to ignore the stream right before the chat, I should say, right before the run-up, because I don't want to hear anything get spoiled for me. Finally got to 300 runs in 3. Are you kidding me? This is their first time 300 runs in ODI in 3 years. I'm sitting here nervous when India got just barely over 300 runs. Here comes the 5th ball of Siraj's over. Oh, my gosh. Samson slowed it down. Yeah, that's absolutely a wide. That's an ODI wide right there. There's an extra. Oh, my gosh. They didn't take the run on it, so it's just the 1 extra run. I mean, that is way – it didn't hit that white line, though. It might be a generous call. I'm not sure if the blue line is the wide line, but it didn't hit the white line. There will be a super over. They just confirmed if this is tied. But that extra is, it's not a boundary, but you give them an extra run. Now, a 6 and a single wins it. A 6 ties it. They got 2 balls. No more of that wide nonsense, Siraj. Go closer for the 5th stump, not the 19th stump there, pal. Come on. Oh, it goes on the offside 5th stump, and that's going to be a single. Oh, my. Oh, they're going for 2. And they got it. Wow, they really pushed it. Shepard's like, this is my strike. This is my crease. Got to get runs. That was excellent running, Rennell. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. 5 runs needed. A boundary will tie it. Super over Rennell if it's a boundary. West Indies is at 304 for 6 loss. Dhawan, the captain, needs to get the placement right. Siraj has been bowling amazingly in this over. 1 more ball. If it's a 6, it's a win for the West Indies. If it's a 4, we're going to a super over. If it's a no ball or an extra, that would be disastrous for Siraj. A single, a 2, or a 3 is a loss for the West Indies. Shepard is in great form right now. He's really all class. 39 off 24. Here comes Siraj on his run-up. Here comes the final ball. And it's a dot ball through the legs. It's over. India wins the match. Siraj, Lord Siraj comes through. Oh my gosh, I can't believe India won that. That had to be That had to be one of the most exciting final 2 overs of an ODI match, no matter what side you root for. I was fully expecting the West Indies to win this. Give some love to the West Indies fans. I'm going to give some love to the West Indies team. They lost wicket after wicket, crucial wickets, and did not falter. Every guy stepped up. Nicholas Perron really captained well. I'm saying in the preparation as far as batting for this India bowling. I don't care if there's no Boomerang. I don't care if there's no Shami. You got Lord Siraj in there, and he really closed it. Happy for that kid. It's been a rough go the last year or so in IPL and whatnot, and he really makes the statement, this is my house, even though we're away. He really shines away in Australia and now here in the West Indies. And, oh my goodness gracious, let's look at the comments here. Steve says, I got everything crossed for Renell. AKR says, next match, Lara starts to cry. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, Lara. Tomorrow and the next day. That was some last ball. Siraj was beautiful, I'm telling you. I think 3 of the last 6 balls of that over right there, or the 3 of the 6 balls in that over, they basically cut his legs right in half. If these are Shepard's leg, right in half. Shepard was able to time it once, and the other 2 wasn't able to time the shot there. Beautiful bowling. It wasn't a wide. It was a perfect placement. Perfect Yorkers every single time. Those might have all been Yorkers except for one, for crying out loud. Different lines. But man, Siraj really, really showed up. Krishna showed up. Shahal really came through in the final 10 overs and his last few overs there. And who am I forgetting? Thakur got himself 2 big wickets in like the, what was that? Like the 24th and 25th over to break up that partnership, break up those batters. Siraj, wow. Raj says, nice. Lara says, why me? Boomer's like, yeah. Have to say, Winnies didn't lose by a lot, just by 3 runs. Well done to India. Well done to the West Indies. They said, this is our house. Nicholas Perron says, yes, we're here. The Night Watchman says, I'll take those 2 wickets. I don't care who they are. They showed up. Absolutely well fought by the Windies. Varun, cakewalk. Man, that was the most stressful cakewalk I've ever taken. Oh, man, now I can peacefully sleep. It's 3:14. Tom, I know. You're crazy, but I love it. Sleep tight. Ibrahim, Nick, did you hear Vince McMahon has retired from WWE? Twitter's going crazy with the news. I did not hear. He officially stepped away from it. That's a different topic for a different day, but I did not hear that. That's crazy. Well played by the Windies. Yes, A&M. Very well said, Nick. This young ODI team surprised me today. Didn't expect this match will get close. Absolutely. I was following along. I was surprised it started so late for me. Usually these are like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., but I forgot this is my time, baby. This is the West Indies time zone, 3 hours away. So when I really slept in today, when I woke up, the Indian side was still batting. And I'm like, oh, man, is this going to be a high enough score? They had lost a lot of wickets early on, it seemed like. Let's get to the actual minutia of the match, if you will, stats-wise. If you're a West Indies fan, I am sorry. I'm not here to gloat, even though I'm rooting for Team India. Well-fought match by the West Indies. I have mad love for the West Indies. It just didn't happen. It was so freaking close. Yeah, you definitely heard him scream. Watch the spam there, H&M. Rizwan's a good player, but he's not in this series here. Good match to start, sets the tone. I agree. This set the tone. From an Indian perspective, this really set the tone because India, they're expected to win most of these matches. Let's be real, right? Even though it's in the West Indies, that's just kind of like the bravado. That's like the arrogance of us Indian cricket fans, especially coming off the England series, where they can win anywhere. So they want to beat the West Indies. Wow, what a nice one-handed catch that was by Nicholas Perron. Does this guy ever stop making amazing catches? I mean, for crying out loud. But that was a great replay. But you expect to win this match, but as a cricket fan, as a cricketer, you don't expect to win in the West Indies. Not every single match. Are you crazy? That's ridiculous. Big match for them. West Indies unfortunately lost steam like the last 10 overs because they were on pace just to obliterate that score. 300 is a very nice score. Good night, Agent of Chaos. It surprised me too. Probably won't remember this game in like a few months, but for now, it was a nice game. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be an all-timer, right? Definitely not saying that. But great game. Great little fun game here for this Friday. I'm sure that for many people, India winning the series is a foregone conclusion. If anything, this match price that it isn't proves that it isn't. I agree. Again, I think it's mad disrespectful if you just assume you're going to go into the West Indies and you're going to push them around. I think that's just ridiculous. And so I'm glad you agree with me on that. But I agree. I think that's the sentiment that the West Indies should win this. All right, so let's look at we got Gabe overlooking in the back. That's awesome. That's priceless. Let's look at the minutia. Let's look at the stats here. So they won by 3 runs, okay? West Indies lost 1 less wicket than India did. If you look at the scorecard, the first innings, India batted first. Look at Dewan, the captain right here, the fill-in captain, almost 100 strike rate, 97. Talk about nervous 90s in both runs and balls. Shubman Gill, let me get this a little bigger here for you. 64 runs. Nice to see that. Not happy to see the run out, but Perron, this guy's a monster, right? But love seeing the high score. I just finished the Bandon Main Didum documentary, and I forgot Shubman Gill got a 91 in that final game there at the GABA. So it's good to see him show up. Shreyas Iyer gets a half century. You have your first 3 batsmen all get half centuries. One almost got a century. That's why they got 308, but you think they would have coasted to it. And then you had the Baker's dozens and the dozens. Sky, Baker's dozen. Samson dozen, which is unfortunate because he gets very few opportunities. Does Samson? Very, very few opportunities. And if you're a huge Samson fan, you want to see him just go nuts so that he can cement that place, right? As at least a backup to Pont. Deepak Huda, I'm a little surprised by this lower strike rate. He's been killing it in T20. Axar Patel, 21 for 21. Thakur Siraj not out. Hey, Siraj, you survived, not out. Love it. It's going to help that average out a little bit. Let me get to some of these comments I missed. I think the West Indies are just 1 bat short. We missed the leadership of Pollard. I agree, 1 bat short. I think maybe if they had 2 more, 1 more premier bat, 1 solid bat, they could be in like that unstoppable category, especially at home. If you're talking about, you got to get, like when Gabe and I started watching this, Gabriel to us was a premier fast bowler, intimidation, new ball, took those early wickets. It was the fitness, right? Not that he wasn't in shape. It was just him staying healthy. It was the problem. You get a bowler of that pedigree coming up in West Indies, you have a whole new squad. Absolutely correct, Nick, but India has been dominating Windies for years in ODI in West Indies, but agree on your opinion. Okay, I did not know about the history, so I appreciate that. That's crazy. They've been dominated for years. Holder was to play this game, but he got – oh, man, that sucks. He definitely is a difference maker. Wow. If Holder plays in this match, right, if he plays in this match, let me see if I can figure out who he would have replaced. I don't know Modi. He got 2 wickets, though. I don't know Modi. How did he bat? He didn't get a chance to bat. Is that who he placed him? You have a Holder in this match. That would definitely be a 3-run difference, you would think. They were 6 down, and the 3 on the crease scored at least 100 strike rate. So you're batting is till 8. Don't think they were a batsman down. The captain gets the award. Sugar Darwin. That's an interesting point. I don't really have a rebuttal for that one. But again, you have the 3 openers, right? We're going to call Shreyas Iyer a 3rd opener here. They all get a half century or better. Look at Gill with that strike rate. I mean, when he really wants to go all out, he's almost Pont-like with his strike rates and with his ability to score. Look at Dewan with his 10-4s. Jeez Louise, let's help him get to his 97. Let's look at the bowling for the West Indies. They took 7 wickets. 2 by Joseph. He got there at the end. He got Huda and Axar. I don't want to hear walking wickets. That's not the tail end. Even Axar I wouldn't consider a tail end. That really starts with Siraj because we've seen Thakur do some things. So Joseph really gets those 2 guys out, and it looks like they were getting cooking there. Seals was not able to get a wicket, but you don't want to replace him. Shepard gets a wicket, and he scored some runs. He had a nice day at the yard there. Modi, don't know anything about Modi. He's got 2 wickets. Good for him. Hossein gets himself a wicket. Perron even bowled a few. He threw a no ball. I don't think I ever seen him bowl before. That's very, very interesting. And then the West Indies stats, okay? Shai Hope. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every time I see him in the scorecard, he's not doing a lot. I know he's a stud, former captain, right? Mayers, I always see this guy go nuts. Shamar Brooks, very good to see that. I remember seeing him do that a lot in 2019, 2020. I haven't been paying attention too much recently, as I don't follow West Indies as closely as Gabe does. Brandon King with a half century. So look at that. I mean, 3 of the 4, almost all half centuries, 4 runs away from that. Perron 25. And then look at this. I mean, this is this is what India could have needed, right? From their Axar and their, and their Huda partnership right here. Shepard really, really made it interesting. Akil Hossein, it's just a few balls. He had that 100 strike rate, but a few balls from really taking this win. And as far as bowling, like I mentioned earlier, Siraj, Thakur, Chahal with the doubles. Siraj got the first wicket. Thakur got the next 2. Then Siraj and then Chahal got the last 2. Look at the economy rates. Axar Patel gave up 14 his first over, but all of them are very, very close. Deepak Huda, your most economical bowler in his 5 overs. He gives a lot of relief to Thakur and Patel there, brings in 5 overs. I didn't know he had that economy to him, even with the 3 extras right there. Oh, Thakur with your no balls. You can't help yourself, can you? Cannot help yourself. So, I mean, that's the tail of the tape, as they say right there. And I want to know what your thoughts are. What's your reaction to this match? Is it kind of ho-hum? We expected it, this or that. Is it, oh my gosh, I was nervous because I was nervous? Is it, West Indies really missed opportunity here? Or is it, wow, I was really impressed with what the West Indies did? Let me know what your reaction is there. I hate that Sampson still hasn't capitalized in the rare chances. Exactly what I was saying earlier. BCCI is very unfair to him, but somehow someone of his talent should be able to show his worth in the few chances he gets. Absolutely. He has very few chances. Very few. I wonder if we did like the stats of the last 3 years, right? If Saha and him have the same amount of chances, but you're right. He gets very few chances. And then you got DK in the mix in the T20 format. And Sampson, I know DK's that finisher. He had a great season this year for RCB, but Sampson has shown year after year after year in T20 that he can put up the score and he can come in earlier in the match. West Indies pitches are tropical, closer to subcontinent. Okay, thanks for that, Clarion. The dot balls killed them. Oh, absolutely. The amount of dot balls in the West Indies innings was horrible, especially those last 2 overs or the last 3 overs. The dots and the singles is what saved India. I thought West Indies really, really had this. At one point, they needed like 120 on 90 balls, right? If you need 120 runs on 90 balls, you like your chances, especially coming in after the 35th over. You really like your chances. They were walking wickets, not because of the batters, but the situation. They couldn't score, so they went for shots somehow and got out. Talking about, Axar Huda. Thanks for that. I did not watch their innings. That makes sense. But I mean, isn't it you got to give some credit to the night watchman there, right? To the captaincy, to the strategy of kind of maybe, I'm not sure, I didn't see it, luring them around with the length of where you're putting that ball to see if they can think, oh, I can park this, I can score here. Or maybe they were just in high score mode, no matter what the night watchman was doing. Got to give some credit to the bowlers there. Moody, thank you so much. Mutai, he is from Guyana. He's a spinner, okay? I honestly thought India would get to 400 to start the captain and the opener had. Yeah, that would have been terrifying. India were 100 for no loss in 12 overs. Very interesting. Yeah, let's look at the fall of the wickets here. When the wickets fell. So for India, it was 119. 119 for no loss before Gill got out. That was the 18th over. Wow. Then they got all the way to the 34th over. Oh, my goodness gracious. So you're right. They would have got some earlier wickets. It would have been a different story. 213 before even the second wicket. And then you're talking about 2 overs later, Shreyas Iyer. You're talking about 3 overs later, Sky. And then 4 overs later, Sampson. And then 6. And then almost 2 in the same over for the night watchman. And we call him the night watchman here in the channel just because he was our introduction to the term of a night watchman. He was our first night watchman we saw in West Indies, England, back in 2019 or whatever it was. So that's what we call him that. We understand there's more than one night watchman in cricket. But very, very interesting. Once the wickets fell, man, did they fall. So that really supports what the last comment was saying about how Raj was saying about how that's how they were walking wickets. Great analysis there. And then looking at the West Indies, Shai Hope lost it in what we would call the power play, still the power play, but like a T20 power play in the 5th over there. Then Shamar Brooks and Myers, they were a great partnership. Look at that, from 16 to 138 before both of them were dismissed. It's unfortunate they were both dismissed. You would have probably liked to see one of them dismissed, the other one keep going, and maybe you dismiss someone else. But that wasn't until the 24th and 26th over, and then Paran not until 10 overs later, and then Rodman Powell. I think that was a big one right there. That's a big one because this guy can really rake. He's got serious power and strength. So that's a huge wicket in back-to-back overs. And then Brandy King, another huge wicket because he was really settled there. He saw 66 balls. But I think the lesson here, let me know if you agree, West Indies fans. I'm talking a mile a minute. I'm so excited about this match, not because of the outcome, but because of the excitement, is those low strike rates. I understand you're not going to get a 100 strike rate in ODI. I would say what, like an 80, 85 strike rate is like a 100 strike rate in T20. But if you could have gotten higher strike rates, even though they put up 300, then you would put the pressure. But I mean, that's a lot of runs to chase for the West Indies. I get it. It's no easy feat. No easy feat at all. Lord Siraj and Shardo went for lots of runs, but West Indies paid homage to them with wickets. Lord Siraj, he came in. He stepped up in that final over when they needed 15 on 6, and he allowed them, what, 12? Right? No, he allowed them 11. He did his job. You can't say he didn't do his job. He did his job, and he was masterful. He was absolutely masterful. I don't think he gave 11 runs in that last over. Let's see how many runs he gave up in his final over here. It was 11 runs. I guess math does prove my memory better. Please do video on, is that Pakistan, Sri Lanka? I unfortunately did not follow that one at all, but I'll have to pay attention for their next match coming up. Okay, at first I said, well, it'll be the same old thing, lost, and less exciting games because how India plays, etc. But watching the games, it was really fun to watch. It was fun to follow. I did not watch the entire thing. I kept following, kept checking it as I'm getting my trying to get some schoolwork done before the school year. And I just had to jump on, and I wanted to talk about it with you guys. Missed opportunity, perfect conditions to get an elusive 400 team total. What this match does is it gives hope to West Indies and wake-up call for India. Yes, it does. And I don't want to hear about B team. The BCCI, the players, the coaches, they chose who's going and who's not. And I don't think all the guys that aren't going is because they're not feeling well. They gave rest. It's a lot similar to the England strategy that we've been criticizing for the last few years. India put what they felt at that time was their best squad, which the players that they wanted to show who weren't going to get an invite, right? Who weren't going to get rest, excuse me. And so I don't want to hear any of that nonsense. Definitely a wake-up call. Boomer says, Winnie's strategy of waiting for the opposition to bowl to their arc and then launching the ball to the stratosphere is getting outdated. Bowlers are getting more accurate and versatile. Okay. I've heard that a lot from Lara, from Gabe. And, you know, there is some relevance to that. There is some truth to that. But again, look at this match. It almost worked. It almost worked. And you're talking about India's first 3 batsmen. You're talking about 3 half centuries and almost 2 half centuries and 1 century. Here comes Gabe. I think the big difference for India is Lord Siraj. Oh, absolutely. You trust Bumrah in a death and maybe Shami. Yeah, you have no Shami. You have no Bumrah. Okay? Trying to think if there's anyone before Siraj that you would put in there from the Indian team. I mean, there's no Ishant Sharma, right? There's no Ishant Sharma. Hasn't been for a little while now. I love that point because I completely agree. I completely agree with that point. That is absolutely correct. Siraj stepped up huge. I mean, he stepped up big time. If you look at his last few overs, and I don't care what you say, 11 in the final over, that's huge with all of the, look at that. Dot, single, 2, 2, and the one even had a wide in there, the extra for crying out loud. Bowled masterfully. Krishna deserves a lot of credit. He gave him a 6 on the first ball of that second to last over. It really shifted, you thought, momentum to West Indies. Did not work out for him. And then dot, dot, single, single. And then the over before that, Got to clip this, Nick. And then the over before that was Siraj with another 11. Okay. That leg bye really hurt, but look at that. Dot, single, single, single. That's what you got to do. And then it was Shahal, and he got dot, single, 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 dot, that 6 peppered in there. So I don't know if it's a matter of trying to hit too many 6s. I wanted the West Indies batting strategy for the last final overs. Let me know what you think about that. Because look at the run scoring, a lot of singles, a lot of dots to Ronell's credit. Just a few boundaries. But again, going to Sachin's old strategy, we can get a boundary and over now. That's test. Then we're really doing something here. I don't mind India not scoring runs as long as they're winning. 400, 450 is English kind of play, which India is perfectly capable of, but have no interest in playing. Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, I agree, Nick. Compare the amount of dot balls versus India. India had less, while Windies was a lot. They need to work on strike rotation still. Absolutely. I'm not from Texas. I am from Las Vegas. That's where Gabe and I, both from this channel, are living and have been from for quite a while here. I'm curious why you thought Texas. Let me know. But getting back to Ronell's point right there, I'm curious if the dots, the ones I saw were swing and misses. Is that because they're trying to park it? And it's a big score, right? I feel like you put a score like a 305 or so. That's a really, really, really decent score. I didn't think it was as decent until Ronell said the West Indies haven't gotten there in 3 years. She probably been at home in ODI. But that's a decent score, and so you're going to put pressure on the opposing batsman. Everyone besides Hope didn't feel that pressure. They were able to, steady that tide. Ross says Jonathan Trott, new Afghanistan batting coach. That's pretty big news. I'm glad he's helping out Afghanistan. Their batting needs a bit of help. Not familiar with who Jonathan Trott is, but thanks for the comment there. Thanks, Boomer. Appreciate that. Can't wait for Nick to go through the England versus South Africa match. Crazy. Oh, my gosh. My goodness. Is it crazy? I've not even looked at it. I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised it wasn't one of the first matches when I looked at I check my Crick Buzz every single morning to see what's going on. What did I miss? I got you, Ronell. Look at the comments here. Here's Gabe. I think the difference for the West Indies this match, and Ronell brought it up, is the running. I want to see more running, rotating the strike. We got power, can hit boundaries. They had some beautiful running in that final over from what I saw. But, yeah, I know you want a lot more than that. Viniac says, yo, Nick, applied for a U.S. visa today. Let's see if they let me in. Sweet. I will put in a good word. Nick didn't catch it. I did not catch it. It was a joke, bro. Yeah, I didn't catch it. Antarctica or America? Okay. Antarctica, absolutely. So everyone's talking about the South Africa England match. Not everyone, a few people. I want to go to that in just a second, but I want to finish up on this match because that's what the thumbnails for the title's for. Crazy match. Very, very excited. If you're just coming on right now, rewind it to the very beginning. You can see my live reaction as the final 2 overs is going on. Absolutely stressful, absolutely crazy. I want to look at the England-South Africa match, but this was an important win for India in the sense that I thought they were going to lose it. That was kind of my mindset. It's an important loss for West Indies because it's going to build confidence and hopefully a little frustration, a little anger, and Perron's going to rattle his troops. He's going to say, listen, A, B, and C are the reasons why we weren't able to pull it out. We're not going to make those mistakes next time, and we're going to take it to them, and we're going to show them where they're at because we're tired of, according to what Ronell says, the domination. Domination. Ronell says, yeah, they were trying to swing and not take any singles. Often the amount of dot balls in Windies innings in this game was a lot, and India had about 10. They were rotating and getting boundaries. 10 dot balls? They only had 10 dot balls? They had to have more than that. Maybe you're saying something else. That's insane. So let's look at the England-South Africa match. This kind of puts a bow on this one. If all you want to know about was West Indies India, you can go ahead and exit out of the video now if you want to hear a little bit about. Oh, I just saw the score. Oh, I just saw the score for South Africa, England. Oh man, South Africa, Han, I love you. Sup, I love you. So many others that root for them. I love you uncontrollably. Well, maybe controllably, but I love you. But I'm getting tired of South Africa pushing my teams back and forth. India twice, and now England. South Africa won the first ODI match. They didn't win the second ODI match. Oh my goodness gracious. Rain played a factor. Look at the first sentence. 12 balls, 4 wickets, game done. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's unwrap this. Let's unpack it. So first of all, England got bowled out in an ODI match. Didn't even get to the 30th over. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm not going to brag too much about because they got bowled out. They got bowled out in the 29th over. Roy, not surprised, sub-20 score. You heard of the Root line? That's 20. The Roy line is like 8, so he passed the Roy line. Bairstow, they were able to get Bairstow. Take that game. 28 runs. Salt goes down for 17. He's not worth his salt. Root for 1. Ooh, Root only likes Test. He's like, I hate this ODI nonsense. Moeen Ali 6. Wow, what a horrible start. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's similar to what I'm going to look at for South Africa. That's a horrible start. Josh Butler, he's still trying to get back to that form he had in the IPL, at least. I know it's T20, but trying to resemble that somewhat. Then Livingstone, this guy's so dangerous. Much needed 38. Sam Curran, oh no, the real Slim Shady. Strike rate almost 200. He really showed up. And then Willie and Rashid, 100 strike rates. They showed up in their own right to get that 201. But still, 201 got bowled out in the 29th over. 4-wicket haul for Pretorius. Doesn't that sound like a mythological creature, for crying out loud? It does to me. Shamsi, Norkia, 2 each. Maharaj, the captain gets a wicket. And let's see. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's Easter time. It's Easter time. Oh my goodness gracious. It is Easter time, my friend. Han, I get it that it says only 29 per team. But look at the wickets. They lost all 10 wickets. They lost them all. You get 29 overs. Okay. Did you have to lose all your wickets in 29 overs? Is that a rule or something? So South Africa really came in that right. But look at this. Oh, no. De Kock, the other Milan. RVD, who's I think rate number 1 right now, or in the top 5. And Markram. They combined for 5 runs. Markram was run out before he even saw a ball. Oh, what do we always say here in this channel? You don't want to lose your wicket before you see a ball. Oh, my goodness. Golden duck. Duck and duck, not golden duck. De Kock was the high score. Wow. Look at the rundown here. 3rd over, 4th over. 4 wickets. 4 wickets before the 4th over was done. And then Heinrich Klaassen, 33 runs. David Miller, 12. Miller. Pretorius, mythological creature, was 17. And then the captain, oh no. He said, I got 1 wicket, I got 1 run. I like symmetry, for crying out loud. Ngidi, only 0. And Ngidi not getting any wickets. He loves getting wickets against the India side. Diamond duck, baby. Yes. It's called a diamond duck. Oh, my gosh. What happened in that match? Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's see what the comments say about this. It's England. A collapse is a must. By some way, shape, or form, the England match was at Old Trafford. Of course, Nick's team won. Rain always has to be part of the game in Trafford, right? You got the opposition. You got the home team. You got the umpires. You got the Barmy Army. And you got the rain, baby. Those are the 5 things you have to have in every Trafford match. Click the first link. Best places to retire in India. I'm not close to retirement yet. Don't let the gray hair fool you. There's Han trolling as usual. Predict. I'm not ready for that yet. Yo, Nick, the match was only 29 overs per team. But they got bowled out before. Is anyone else not seeing that? Does anyone else not notice that? I don't care if they told you a week ago. It's going to be 29 overs, okay? England's like, okay, we want everyone to participate. We want everyone to, so we're all going to lose our wickets. I don't care how many overs it was. Oh, my gosh, the wickets. I would rather England, like, not get to the 30th over and only lose, like, a few of them. Didn't even face a ball. Oh, no. Sounds like that Olympias who got, oh, yeah, Pretori. Oh, yeah, what was the person's name? When the overs are reduced, it makes players panic and try to slug every single ball. Or they can slug every ball and not lose their wicket. Wow, Diamond Ducks. Everyone's coming with the Diamond Duck. Regarding Trott, Jonathan Trott is the one down batter of England from the early 2010 era where they won Test series in India and Australia. He quit international cricket because of mental issues. Oh, that's too bad. I meant to say that makes it even more saucy. I think it's a good side to build on, Ronell. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate everyone jumping in here and joining me. That South Africa match. Holy cow. I mean, you're not going to see that too often, right? What is that, 84 all out? And I'm not going to, 83 all out. I'm not going to troll too much because 36 all out still sucks. Still hurts. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below. Once this video goes live, share it with your friends. Oscar Pistorius, thank you very much. And let me know what you think. This is kind of meant to be a live stream, but more like a recorded video done in a lazy way by the live and all that kind of stuff. Thumbnails there. Show it some love. Thank you, everyone, for joining me here today. Let me know what matches you're looking forward to the most for CFA. We got one more full week next week before it's back to the grind. Let us know what you're looking forward to the most as far as a stream goes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with all that being said, I do appreciate all of you, even Han Solo. And until next time, adios, everybody.